is Soul Inspired. I am here to check in. I hope everyone is doing well as we are getting closer to the end of the winter season. And it has been very interesting. I don't know how you all have been, but this has been a very unpredictable and predictable at the same time season. We had a lot of winter weather, very cold temperatures in my area. That this went on and on and on for a long time. Like I feel like I'm still getting over the temperatures and the weather of snow, freezing rain, hail, uh wind. We literally had wind. They said a tornado was coming through and up to 100 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour for gust winds. I'm like, what in the world? You know, it has been one of those seasons where we literally had to consider getting a hotel room because of the weather, and we had to also deal with just making sure that we kept our water dripping so we wouldn't have frozen pipes. And it's mentally very mentally challenging in the wintertime. I don't care what anyone says, it's very mentally challenging to deal with so many things, so many scenarios that you have to deal with in the wintertime, whether it's a heating bill. Um, yeah, my heating bill, our heating bill was just ridiculous. I've never in my life had a heating bill this high. And it's very challenging with everything going up right now, all the prices going up on everything, to have heating bills that's just enormous. So it is this winter 2025, 2026. I would just mainly say 2026. Um it's very challenging. And also we were in Pisces season, so we had a Mercury in Pisces, Mercury Mercury in Pisces retrograde. So we had that going on as well, which Pisces is very, ruled by Neptune, is very introspective in some respects and is very watery. Also ruled by the feet. So a lot of people were falling, a lot of people were hurting themselves, a lot of people had to have the correct shoes to wear and boots to wear, all the things for this winter season. A lot of people were falling on ice. The ice stayed around for a really long time this year due to the low temperatures, due to the cold weather freezing over. Um, and so having to take care of your feet and your legs and that type of thing and being careful where you walk, that was a part of it. And then Pisces is also very it's ruled by Neptune, like I said. So it can make you feel like you are in some ways just feeling out of it. You're not really all there. And so that was a part of it as well. Having to navigate Mercury retrograde and during this time of all of the winter things going on, has really been a challenge. One of the days we had to get the hotel because of this weather that we had recently on Monday, because we have huge trees in our property, and that property, with the property, we didn't want to take any chances because they were saying, tornadoes and high winds. So it was a lot preparing for that, to go to a hotel and get a hotel in time and be in place. It was definitely a lot. So um I just wanted to touch base a little bit about the energy of this full moon. No, I'm sorry, the new moon that we just had on the 18th for Pisces new moon. Pisces new moon we just had. And, I don't know about you, but the Pisces new moon, because I was kind of distracted, I was scatterbrained. It came off very scatterbrained for me. I was not totally here in terms of making sound decisions. I had to make a lot of decisions during this time because of the weather and because of I found out a dear friend passed away. And so I was just I was in my mind a lot. I was in my head a lot this kind of morning, the past, just thinking about people and things and, the mortality. That was on my mind a lot. Yeah. Um, a lot of people going through it right now. A lot of people are going through it right now. Be very aware of that and be very just try to give people some space and some grace right now. I have been my emotions have been up and down due to finances. When I saw my heating bill, I almost hit the ceiling. I had to stop everything and call an energy company because it was always some back and forth with them anyway. And so I had to deal with them because I asked to get on the what do you call it? The budget bill, right? Because the heating bill goes up anyway, but it's ridiculous. And I know they had price hikes, but they also have done this stuff with these AI data centers. This is really a huge problem, and Virginia in particular has one of the most. We have over 600 AI centers, and it's sucking up water, it's depleting resources, and they want to what make more? Why? No one needs to be that dependent on AI. So every action is a reaction and a cause and effect for everything. There's a cause and effect for everything. And so I had to deal with this energy company. And do you know that they kept me on the phone for 3 hours? 3 hours to deal with a discrepancy of a conversation I had a month prior about a bill and that I'd asked to be on the budget plan based on your usage. And they said, well, we can go back and pull the calls. I said, pull the calls. You don't know who you're talking to. Pull the calls. And I can pull the calls as well because I record you all myself on my own little recorder. So pull the calls. So they literally took me through all of that to pull the calls and then say, oh, okay, yeah, you should be on the budget plan and blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to say nobody should have heating bills this high to live. To live when we have had below freezing for months, below freezing, to where you have to make sure your water is dripping. You trying to keep your house warm. Everyone has different situations. But it has been a challenging winter. It has been a very challenging winter, along with the shock of people that are no longer here, and just people going through things. And I have shelled out a little money to people that need help. And sometimes I'm like, well, I need help as well, and no one checks in on me. I'm just being real. This is the Pisces energy. Even though this is not a Pisces full moon, this is a Pisces new moon, and it is bringing up some things of inner thoughts, of inner feelings, the feelings of not being cared for, or feeling as if you're unseen, because Pisces also runs the 12th house. And some of us may need to go to a retreat, or maybe retreat ourselves to feel, to get ourselves back into alignment. But it is, how do I say it? Aries is in the 12th house right now, and it's about to be spring tomorrow, so that's exciting. And Taurus is feeling it in the 11th house of associations and groups and all that type of thing. And I would say, what's next? Gemini is feeling it in the 10th house of their career and their what decisions to make. As Cancer would be in the ninth house. They're feeling it in the ninth house of higher education, travel, and so forth. Leo is feeling it in the eighth house of, how do I say that? Birth, rebirth, birth, death, rebirth. You feel like you want to be in a group and deal with people, but in a way you don't. Um, and that's Leo. So Virgo, you feel it in the seventh house of relationships. Sixth house is for Libra. Feel it in the sixth house of everyday life. And fifth house is no. Fifth house, I said Libra. Okay, yeah, fifth house is Scorpio. That's what I think it is. I have to look at my thing, but I'm going all the way down. You get the gist of what I'm saying. Um, so yeah, it really has been a challenging winter, and this Pisces being that it was in retrograde tomorrow is going direct. It has been kind of confusing. It has been, and I've actually been doing a lot more foot detoxes for people and reflexology. So it's interesting. I've done that during this time of Pisces, which I said Pisces rules the feet. And a lot of people's feet have been, they need to, have need to take some extra care. Like feet, some people's feet have been really scaly and dry. I've literally done some, just taking off some of the dead skin for some of them and moisturizing their feet really well. And, castor oil, telling them to put their feet in socks and things. Um, because it's really been cold and dry in some respects. If you got a lot of heat on in the house, it can make your skin really dry, and your hair, and your eyes, and your feet. So yeah, I'm ready for spring. I am. This, and then of course, if you are paying attention to what's going on in the news right now with the war, it is very challenging to be positive if you're living. Everyone is affected in some respects, and it's not easy to be on a positive vibration all of the time when you're concerned about what tomorrow is going to bring as it pertains to just your basic life. I have been really paying attention to what I'm hearing from sources I trust. I don't trust, um, I don't trust legacy brands. I trust I trust journalists who literally do the work and do the research. I don't trust people that listen to these big TV stations, and I don't listen to them because I know that they're lying. Most of them are lying. They may give you a little truth, but they're not giving you much truth. But it's like we're in between two worlds with this Pisces energy, and it's giving us this harsh reality of it's giving this harsh reality of what's the world going on, and then what's going on in your inner world, your outer world and your inner world. So I got some people coming on here asking what I'm talking about. You can't even spell right, but I'm gonna let you go. If you want to know what I'm talking about, you sit here and listen. I mean, you got ears, you can hear, so it ain't that hard to understand what I'm saying, sir. I don't understand people anymore. It's like, are you a little slow or something? You on the short bus? What's the problem? You can understand what I'm saying. It's not that deep. It's just having a conversation. But I'm gonna remove these comments. I don't have time, and I don't listen. I don't really look at when you said hi, hi, hi. They say hi and leave. A lot of them just being trolls. I've had trolls throughout my life, so it don't even bother me at the end of the day. Believe me when I tell you, I'm built for this. But yeah, I just want to send out, some love to everyone during these times. Um, I've been feeling a little way about a lot of stuff, and I kind of have been retreating just due to the climate we're under. And as a Leo, that's really not where I want to be. And I really am digging into my spiritual baths, my spiritual showers actually, and my self care. I had a wonderful client come through my business yesterday for a Reiki treatment, and it was really nice to offer a young lady Reiki treatment yesterday that she really needed. And every time I offer Reiki to others, it in some ways it helps me to dig into my spiritual bag. I really enjoy my work when I get it. I would love to receive clients more often, and I'm gonna put it out there that I can get into a new space where I can have more privacy with my clients. I am in a space where I love it in some respects, but I don't, because I've outgrown it, and I've also have had challenges in the space with other businesses that don't see what I do as sacred. And so I've had to deal with so many types of people and places and things and situations. And again, like I said earlier, I'm used to people being overbearing and bullies in their own right. And I have had to stand up for myself all of my life. And that's why I had to become a spiritual person, as well as learn how to protect myself. And I've always had a very strong spiritual team behind me as I look throughout my life, because I have been in dangerous situations where I could have been hurt. So I just give thanks. I give thanks. I just look at it, and then to go forward to the Pisces new moon. My mother birthday was March the 11th, and my grandmother's birthday was March 4th. So I also had moments of celebration. Both of them have moved on, transition, but I also miss them so much. And I had moments of reflection of my Pisces mothers. I said, wow, that's so interesting to have come from a line of women who were both Pisces. And I have a Jupiter in Pisces, so that's so interesting. That's probably why I'm so spiritual. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you to my mom. I love her dearly. So I hope that this new spring season coming forth will be very joyful, will be prosperous, abundant, full of good health, Ankh Ujasaneb, life, joy, happiness. I hope that we all can get out and just enjoy life, travel. I know that the world is so crazy right now, but we have to find our own joy and peace during this time. I hope that you all enjoy this new season, this spring season that we are walking into. I may come back tomorrow and just talk more about the spring season, this equinox, spring equinox. I usually do a gathering at the river, and I haven't for the past few years, for some reasons, but I may still go down to the river myself and offer an offering for the spring equinox on my own, just to bring in that energy of spring and renewal and joy. All right. Again, this is Soul Inspired, and I am talking about the Pisces New Moon, as well as the end of Pisces retrograde, Mercury retrograde, I'm sorry, tomorrow, and spring starting tomorrow. I don't even have the time, but it is spring, actually 12 hours, this equinox, so it's 12 hours of equal time. So go figure. But we do have spring equinox, and I'm excited. It's a good time to get rid of a lot of stuff, wash your clothes, clean your home, put some wonderful smells and incense and things like that. Let some air through your home, to just bring in that energy of spring. And I am glad to be here to see another spring. All right. You all take care. Peace and blessings.